Hey guys, David with Twice Diecast. Got a fun video been waiting to make for you guys for quite a while. You know we love brands from all around the world here on Twice Diecast, and BR Classics got on my radar, I would say a couple years ago. I want to show you, check out this video where I ran into a buddy who's now my buddy, didn't know him at the time. This is a fellow who has helped get this set in my hands today to show to you guys. And this is a story of a random encounter 2 years ago when I first got a BR Classics and took it in to show my friend who owned a diecast store. And this fellow happened to be there at the same time, and here we are 2 years later, and he has helped me acquire this really cool Brazilian Street Cars Series 5 set, all VWs. That's what we're going to look at today on Twice Diecast. Hope you enjoy it. First thing I'd like to do is maybe deconstruct one of these to show you how the packaging comes for BR Classics, because it's a really ingenious design. You have the same card for each one of these vehicles in this set, and you've got all the cards right there on the card art. You can see Series 5 right there, limited to $13.99. Everything is going to be in Brazilian. One of the really cool just things that separate this from any other diecast brand. You can see some of their socials right here. These should be true 1/64 scale per that card, and all the other stuff. This is an officially licensed product from Volkswagen. All of these are going to be Volkswagens. So look at how BR Classics does their stuff. Clamshell protector. The card itself is not attached to any kind of blister, so you get this really cool card. It's interchangeable with all of the other packages. So there's nothing to specify that this card goes with this vehicle. You'll see that this truck is on all the other cards as well, but it is an ingenious way to package it. You get a protector that you can save. It also comes with the acrylic case and a hard plastic base that has a logo on it and your vehicle information. Just thought I would show that to you. I like to give shout outs to those who take a little bit of extra effort in their packaging. As we get started, these are all vehicles I'm not familiar with, so I am going to flash a little screen up to show you a little bit of information about the vehicle in case you are in North America like I am, or anywhere else around the world that is not familiar with these really cool vehicles. So let's get into a VW Saveiro. Here's what I found out. Give you guys a sneak peek of the vehicles before we dive into them individually. Like I mentioned, we're looking at the Saveiro. Hope you learned a little bit about it with that graphic that was flashed up on the screen. Now we will get this guy open and see if the car is worth everything that I think it is. These are not easy to come by, guys. If you go and price these, they are extremely expensive, and that is because of the shipping required. They're not cheap to begin with as far as per unit cost, and then to ship even one or two, maybe even three, is going to be pretty prohibitive for most people. You really want to buy a full set. I happen to have just the good fortune of catching somebody on their way to America. They brought these with them, and so glad that they did, because here we have a Saveiro, which is some sort of ute, and looks like the VW Caddy, which would have been only in Brazil, I would guess, maybe South America. I'll refer back to that graphic. I don't have it prepared yet as I'm talking right now, so I'll probably say some things that might even be wrong. BR Classics on the license plate. Really nice lensed headlamps. Got amber on the turn signals on the side of those headlamps. That's really nice. Check out how clear and clean that VW badge is on the grille. We've got some tires that are rubber. They've got tread on them. This is a small vehicle. Saveiro on the base, 1/64 scale. You've got a VW badge on the base as well. Held together by 2 screws. You guys see that? That's really nice. Tread on the rubber tires. Rims look just about right. We'll continue around. We do have wipers that are glued onto the metal body. Got trim around the windows and glass. Really well done. Glass is pretty clear, not a whole lot of distortion, a little bit. Trim around the vehicle itself. There are moldings on it. Got a cool little summer graphic here on the bedside. And you've got some bed rails that go up the cab on the back. Oh, they did do the glass on the back as a 3-panel. So you've got the maybe the illusion of a sliding back glass on that vehicle. There's plenty of detail in the bed here. Looks like they even tried to suggest wood strips on the inside of the bed. And we do have a good amount of detail here on the tailgate. Lots of badging. You got Volkswagen on the tailgate itself, imprinted. Badge looks really clear. Tail lamps look good. I am ecstatic over this. I was always going to be, but man, this one looks really good. I'll put this one on a turntable. We'll watch it go around. This is your VW Saveiro, summer 1997. I guess summer was maybe a trim package. Hang out real quick with me. I will get another caddy and see if this appears to be true 164. Be right back. All right, I'm going to be assuming a couple things. Assuming that the caddy is pretty much the same vehicle as the Saveiro, which may or may not be the case. Assuming these are pretty close in year that they were made. And you can see the Saveiro appears to be a fair amount smaller. And maybe it's a different vehicle. So maybe not a true comparison, but in terms of scale, what do you guys think? True 164? I don't know. Let's watch it go around and we'll check it on some other vehicles. Let's see what we've got next up. Looks like it's going to be some sort of Golf. It's called a Gull GTS 1994. Here's what we know about this vehicle. All right, so we have got this really cool plum color. We'll start here on the rear. We've got a nice spoiler that is a separate piece that is on top of the back glass. You've even got a wiper poking through there. Glass on this one appears to be a pretty good bit more clear than on the other one. We have got GTS on the deck lid here. BR Classics on the registration. We've got a little bit of a silver drop of paint for your lock on the trunk. VW on the other badge on the left-hand side. Couple two-color tail tail lamps. Love these wheels. They look right on the money. Love the inset of the red on the molding, on the bottom cladding here. Gray cladding would have been pretty much standard, I would imagine, back then. Look at the interiors you get, guys. You've got a multi-part piece interior with a lot of detail work on the dashboard, a lot of detail on the steering wheel. I can see a gear shift in there. Wipers, you know, kind of blowing past those because they come standard on these, but those are really small wipers that are added to the vehicle afterwards. Looks like some rally lamps on the front here. These vehicles, they are spectacular. These are on the level of Tomica Limited Vintage for me, or Tomica. Love the marquee piece here on the B-pillar. Flat black GTS logo on that. Gas cap in black here. I don't know if they could have fit any more detail in this car. Again, that wiper, or excuse me, that spoiler, really well done here on the back. Now this is interesting. We've got an IXO models stamp on the base. We know about IXO, extremely high-end 1/18 scale stuff. Wonder if they borrowed this casting from them to put out this BR Classics. I don't know. Worth investigating. A lot of companies use other dyes and molds for their vehicles. So if it fit their need, all for it. Let's watch it go around. That last goal, however you want to say it, was a 94. This yellow one is a 93. Looks pretty much the same car, if I'm honest. Different colors. You know what? Let's see if we can find any differences in these vehicles. Because at first glance, it looks almost the same car. We have got same light setup on the front. I don't know this car well enough. I don't know if anybody would know it well enough to be able to tell the difference between a 93 and a 94. We'll go with it. We'll roll with it to complete a 4-car set if we have to. This is supposedly a 93. Now, I'll tell you this. One thing I do see, this one has an antenna on the back. No antenna on this. So, there's that. All right. Yellow is really well done. It's even all throughout. No defects or blemishes on the paint. Maybe one little bubble right here. And same amount of detail, different color badging on the back. Are those different tail lamps? Same tail lamps with a lighter gray on the cladding on the bottom. So let's put this one on the turntable, watch it go around, then we'll get to the last one. We've got a good one coming up. I think my favorite one out of the group is going to be this Parati Surf 1995. Love wagons, especially when they have like roof rails on the top here. I was trying to find something comparable in my collection. I'm going to talk while I take this off to see if maybe before I did my investigating if this was similar to another VW I had. And I'm starting to get the picture that these were under different names, whether or not they were completely different cars in Brazil. Of course, that makes sense. You wouldn't want to, you know, totally abandon a really cool plan for a vehicle. So the Parati got me thinking about cars from this era in my collection. I've got this, what is this? This is kind of a no-name Chinese brand, Jetta. Not really same age, I don't think. I don't know if this was as old as this 95. So not a real good comparison. I did like this Santana that Era Car did. This seems to be more age appropriate for the Parati. But I wanted to keep looking to see if I had a wagon. I remembered having a wagon. And sure enough, we have got this X-Car Toys. It's a Santana also, but it's a wagon. And just for this review video, we'll see how close this Santana is in size. Gotta say, the BR Classics are coming in. If these are anywhere near the same vehicle, the BR Classics are coming in very small.